This is Sleepers. Oh my gosh, I'm stupid. This is your Sleepers Guide back with What If Loki Was in the My Hero Academia Universe, part 3, 4, something like that. In that number scheme. But yeah, last time we left off, Loki was just raising his son, to become like kind of a better version of her, learning her magic, swordplay, knife throwing, bowsmanship, as well as all of those, and as well as magic, but also learning literature, simple math equations, everything like that. But she was also learning as well about the My Hero Academia universe. She was trying to learn about how does this My Hero Academia universe work, and how does everything else work as well, and also building a support system with Inko being part of the hero organization of like, oh, what heroes do, what do heroes' families do, and for the Bakugo family, I think I was trying to remember. Gosh, I don't. The Bakugo family, knowing more of the business side of things and knowing that like other family stuff. After a while of Midoriya learning, uh, with her mother, his mother finally said, "You need to go to public school." And uh, Loki is more, I would have to say, perhaps more not wanting to do it, but more like, oh, you have to do this to get more organized and have a better life than what I had. You're gonna have to do this, and Drake is fine with that. Drake is like, yeah, of course, I'll absolutely allow it. Yeah, that's fine with me. I love it. And when he goes to that school, he does meet friends. In particular, two people in particular that he personally likes, and that is, because he does not go to the same school as Bakugo. I want you to notify this now. He does not go to the same school as Bakugo only because of positioning. Like, and also with Loki hearing things about Bakugo kids, especially because he is Midoriya, or sorry, not Midoriya. I keep on forgetting that he's not named Midoriya. Drake's mom knowing, like Loki knowing what Bakugo kind of acts like, more aggressively, more wanting to hurt people, that he's like, I don't want that near my son at all. So no. So when he gets transferred to this new school, he meets some kids. And this is where we're going to start the what if. So what he to the two people that he meets that he actually really, really likes, both have mutation-ish. One has a mutation and the other one had a mutation down the bloodline, and that is Froppy and Bird Boy, or aka Dark Shadow. I call him Bird Boy. I don't know. I forget his name. Is it Tokiyami? Correct me if it's. I think it's Tokiyami, but I don't remember correctly. Put like a thumbs up if it's Tokiyami and a thumbs down if it's not Tokiyami, and then correct me with the right name. But I believe it's Tokiyami. So those two are his actually pretty good friends, because Tokiyami was shy from the beginning, and Froppy is brutally honest for some reason. Like, she is very brutally honest in the sense that she does not take shit from people. Like, a lot of people say that her quirk is weird, and Midori doesn't understand that because no one knows his quirk. But like, she's just honest with her. She's like, sorry, your hair extensions are whack too. Like, no, she doesn't say that, but she's like, but my quirk is awesome. Actually, can I do a Froppy voice? Let me test. I can't even do it. No, I'm not doing a Froppy voice. Fuck you guys. I'm not doing it. I can't do it. But she's brutally honest with these girls, saying, "Why do you think my quirk is awful?" It's like, "Oh, because you're a frog. And frogs are weird." Like, okay, cool. And he just wraps him with the tongue and just spins him around 30 seconds, like for like 30 seconds flat. It's like for like Drake, he sees that as like a perfect creature. Like for him, he's been, dealing with many animals throughout existence and deal. Obviously, shape shifting is one of his that he says his quirk is. His quirk is shape shifting that he got from his mother. Uh, that's what Loki says she's ability is shape shifting, even though it's not even close. She's incredible good shapeshifter. But what it truly is just straight up magic. So it doesn't really count, but are their abilities what they can think about? Like how these quirk families can think about. They're like, oh, what's your quirk? And the first thing that came to her head was shapeshifting. So it's like that's what his quirk is too. And Dark Shadow became his best friend for like the opposite reason, because he's quiet. When Froppy enters a room, it's kind of a splash. Pun intended. But when Dark Shadow or Tokiyami enters a room, it's quiet a little bit until Dark Shadow comes out. And they kind of get along quite well, actually, mostly because throughout their high school career and how they get older, Drake is trying to get fucking Tokiyami to say I love you to Froppy so hard. He's like sometimes holding his desk together with just magic, but he is kind of just like, because these two are like socially active enough in the community that he kind of just gets a natural friend group throughout the high school period. That, and to say this very quickly, he's never shown his shape-shifting ability to anyone. I shouldn't say anyone. He's shown it to his mother, obviously, but his shape-shifting ability is even better than his mom's. Drake, obviously, being in his name, he can shapeshift into a drake or a dragon shape, and with Loki's ability, she can only shape as to a certain size period. Like, she's max shaped out to the size of a mountain. But with Drake, he can shapeshift larger than that, even. So, yeah, Froppy and Tokiyami and Dark Shadow always ask his quirk, hey, what is your quirk? Shapeshifting. But they've never seen it. They've never seen his shapeshifting ability throughout high school, all the way up from like, I think he came in around 8 years old, and so he was kind of an outsider for the longest time, for a little bit, until he met these two friends. But throughout, from 8th grade to almost 8 years old to 16 years old, and that is 8 years. I know, some simple math. I know, I got it. Don't worry. He's never shown his abilities. He's never shown his abilities at all. They all kind of met his mom, though. And Froppy says Drake's mom is cool because it's a Loki. It's obviously going to be cool, because most moms count like Froppy is weird because, she's a frog, except two, and that is Tokiyami's parents and Drake's parents, aka Loki, because Loki's parents are frost giants and was a literal god, and so like anything like this doesn't surprise her. But let's start this. That was all just backstory. Let's start this at the end of the entire year, as all of them signed up for UA. Froppy, Tokiyami, and okay. I'm asking this to everyone. Because Dark Shadow is part of Tokiyami's quirk, does he also have does he not have to sign up like for the UA, or because he has a different personality altogether? Does Dark Shadow have to sign up as well and do the test? Because that'd be kind of funny. Like, okay, I want you to think about this for a couple seconds. Think about how funny this is if he actually had to sign up, and like Dark Shadow cheating off of Tokiyami, just being like, "Hey, what was the question for answer 18?" Toki, she's like, "Dark Shadow, you're cheating. You shouldn't be doing that." Says, "Do you know the answer though? It's B. Thank you." Just fucking scenes we gotta see sometimes, you know. But and they are all incredibly smart, and they're all actually top of their grades. Words. Academically and physically, especially Dark Shadow, and the ability of like him controlling the darkness of him has grown incredibly. Um, but like, end of the day, and like obviously, when like obviously the teacher says, "Oh yeah, you guys like want to go to UA, aren't you?" And like no one's surprised at this point. They've seen these abilities, they've seen the power set, they know what they can do. They're just ready for their kids to get to UA, because like they're like, these kids are amazing. The class members are hardworking, incredible. And after class is over, they all get up, they all get out. The only difference is when they leave and they get out of class, they see on the news that a small child of 16 years old, their age, defeated a monster that was holding back a lot of pro heroes. As we see this kid is very buff, muscularly built. Not like, okay, I shouldn't say like toned in the sense of the word. Black, kind of blackish, greenish hair, very short with like side cuts. And these just dark eyes, just very dark and serious eyes, as it says on the bottom, Midoriya Izuku. As Loki realizes who is Midoriya, actual father is. Because they've seen Ashashi, and that's All Might's real name, I think. I'm getting better at names, okay? I'm getting better. Is Ashashi? Yes. And he seems weak and skinny, but looking at Midoriya right now, and it's like, oh, I got an idea now. As for the 9 months training of, before the actual exam itself, Midoriya is now mastering higher level magics, as well as seeing as far as his transformations can go. As this is where I know it's a little bit shorter, but I feel like it's a good way to stop right now, because next time in this what if, we're going to go into the exam. Remember to subscribe, like down below, comment other ideas, comment how stupid I am with names, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye. Buttons. I can't